Thank you, my friends and family. Today I'm talking about the intense subject of ending, the liberating from governed mind control and learning freedom and equality, equanimity. And so, yeah, I mean, it'd be easy to be a cheesy self-help guy or a lazy self-help guy and say, what's your greatest, flaw, and then change that. But very few people even have the courage. So, say for me, like if I don't live out my potential as a spiritual teacher or a musician, if I only live out a fraction of my potential as a healer, or I'll suffer, but it's not as bad in the fourth dimension as if, or the afterlife, as if I just simply, kill myself or give up or don't help anyone at all. So I've noticed, even though I've had the dark side try to mess with my channel and not allow you to see this, it still helps me to progress. And so what I want to say is, if you're wounded or you're sick or you're mentally ill, even, do your best at whatever. People have said this before, but your best is not going to be the same when you're well as it is when you're sick. I mean, the video I made when this tree almost fell on my tent, when an energy weapon hit it, I was shaking, but I wasn't going to give up. So, you're watching Trey's timeless 15 minutes of explain on Odyssey and YouTube, and today it was probably about 35, 40 minutes. I'm timeless, so I'm not really counting the minutes. It's just one of YouTube's arbitrary control policies, like you must have a cell phone to make a thumbnail, and if you don't have a cell phone, you must also make your videos under 15 minutes. So this is what I have to say to the dark side's control of YouTube. I love 15 minutes. My birthday is December 15th. It's my magic number. But this part isn't even 15 minutes. But still, I'm going to make this sign even better than this one. I don't even like this one anymore, but still. So, you can learn to heal yourself. This whole project I'm on now, that I'm leaving to become a professional or a real healer for others in this final exam phase, is, like I say, I'm really thankful to be basically, I'm really thankful that the dark side and the good socialist, I'm really thankful the federales and the state and my mother were so confident in Satan and Lucifer, and I'm so confident that they could destroy my life, that they never thought I'd have the courage to do this. And of course, if I had stayed here, maybe I never would have, because they beam these frequencies on us so much, that it's just a powerful blessing, no matter how it plays out, because I have healed myself of certain things, and some linger, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So, as I was saying in the last, the terms midlife crisis or moral crisis, is what that's relating to is your Uranus return at age 40. You're going to get smacked in the face with whatever you wanted to do, your mission, your blueprint, your divine blueprint, if you're not living it. It's mild for those of you who are living your blueprint. For me, having to be run over by a electricity truck, utilities truck, and getting no lawsuit money from it, unless it went, I guess maybe I messed up by not going to see a lawyer out of town. But it was like I knew that had to change my life somehow, because I'm not going to go back to the same thing I was doing. And a year later, it became this service. So here you go. As an example, for liberation. As I said, you tat till it's only us, because you can, like me, you can learn to be like me in that way. My brother as well, he became an appliances repairman, taught himself how to fix small appliances simply by watching YouTube and Facebook videos over about a year or two, and a lot of diligent effort. God bless him for that, having that sovereignty to do that. So that goes back to what I was saying. So the people think the worst thing about the Sagittarius is you put the foot in the mouth, but it's not really like that. It's like I would intentionally, my coyote spirit, I would intentionally say things to try to shock people into the love of the holy sacred Christ. However, now that I know it exists, the Zeta, the the dark side aliens were trying to use that against me, of course, many times, so, to make me say something that would alienate. So yeah, procrastination has been one of my biggest flaws. It's why you never heard of me before recently. Procrastination is an illness, or someone said it's a form of denial. So I have to look into that, what I just said, and practice, killing that demon. So kill the devil's abilities to control and torture you by removing your fears through facing them. Like, if I never face all my hidden fears or stuff I put off, or like publishing my book, or should I get a car, or whatever, anything. If I don't look it straight in the eye, and maybe I have to write for the car, I have to do like Ireland Clark said the other day, and do the old-fashioned list writing thing. But if you're not really willing to look it in the eye, then you'll never do the shadow work. It's going to be really hard for you to attain the 5D awareness. So eventually, what you want to try to do or work on is to kill the devil's abilities to control and torture you by removing your fears through facing them, transcending them in the light of Christ within the Gnosis. Defeat the fears, and especially the dark's abilities to exaggerate and expand your fright, your timidity, and the trauma bonding with the narcissistic person in your life, or the narcissistic parasite, has taught a lot of us learned helplessness. So incoherence and cognitive dissonance. So this ultimately, if you don't correct this or work on this, it leads to insanity. And I see this all around in Santa Cruz, because they beam me up, they beam me down into the evil, realms with the curse of Santa Cruz, and the Hadron Collider pointed at it. So you got to have a lot of self-discipline to not go crazy there. So learn to meditate, and cannabis can help temporarily. Can help you see past the deceptions that these parasites or your own ego structure is making you think, some lies, temporarily. Whereas regular meditation practice, can really help you see through the bullshit even more in a way. In the end, again, as I've said, only you can prevent the forest fires in your third eye from disrupting your life, but liberating from the governed mind control, or the dark side, or the shadow or physical government, or the illegal mandates and the fears controlling you, is your responsibility. And if you're watching this to this point, I certainly believe you can do it. And so, you know what? Create a great day, and remember, the deception goes really deep. I made this sign to carry at the protest, but my spirit guides didn't let me go to that protest, because it was a protest to end homelessness that was brought to you by the homeless shelter. who gets millions and millions of dollars to end homelessness and does very little to that end. So, anyways, it's a wonderful time to be alive. We're in the beginning days of the age of freedom. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in. And thank you for remembering even the possibility that you have the power to create your own reality. There is no official reality. That's the false demiurge's plan to keep you as a slave in an energy source. The real reality is your harmless, respectful creation made in love and discernment. Because when you do that, when you make something out of joy and respect, then you will remember, that this fake structure that's crumbling before us now doesn't have the power to even use an energy weapon to knock a tree into your tent. If your spirit guides are with you, if you're in touch with the Christ on a deep level, you will be protected. Because the Christ truly is protection, not the Bible thumper version, not the fake version, not Yahweh. I'm talking about the actual original creator who has the purest love for you, so pure that it allows all the deceivers and rainmakers games to go on, because everyone is allowed free will. If you enjoyed this commentary, I'd appreciate it, if you haven't already, that you click on the Ethiopian flag colored subscribe button. And if you want to see more videos like this, it'd be a good idea to click on that bell, because the bell archetype symbol may be the only way that you're going to get more if you don't go to this channel. And I'd really appreciate it if you don't, obey the dark side and with your friends and family. If you have the discernment and self-discipline, and take a deep breath instead of starting a drama, and realize the drama tripper is the false part of you that's often simply evil aliens trying to feed off your personality and destroy your ascension process, because they don't want you to ascend. They want to keep this as a slave planet. And knowing that you are a part of the Almighty, why not make something beautiful today?